I'm at a small NAIA school in the suburbs of Chicago. It's my senior year of college, and I'm sitting at this end of the year gathering, which was for seniors to connect with different companies and get a job as soon as we graduate. I remember we're sitting at this round table. It's us seniors and these other people representing their companies. My fellow classmates are going around explaining why they want to work for them and why they'd be a good fit. Well, my turn comes around. I introduce myself. And I tell them that I'm in a search for a basketball agent. Because I'm becoming a professional basketball player. And I remember this so clearly. It was a bit uncomfortable because I noticed everyone kind of looking around in confusion.
Antrasis metimas netikslus, Tomasas pirmas prie kamulio ir paskutinės 7 sekundės Jonavos ekipai. Balciunas iš 3 taškų zonos ir pataiko Juozas Balciunas!
That they ever in check. I'ma never lose my soul, no. Them was looking in the dark, no. Protect a nigga from the traps, no. Pray to the Lord, yeah. I'ma stay up, never come, yeah. Put them up, I'm in the best, yeah. They ever in check, yeah. Protect a nigga from the traps, no. Pray to the Lord now, amen.
One thing about basketball is that this sport has provided and still is providing in so much more than just money. The best way that I can explain this is like this. I'm always working, but this work, it looks like hard work to other people. But to me, it's playfulness. This whole work that I'm doing of playing basketball is complete playfulness to me. That's probably the most important thing is, to continue to look for things outside of basketball that might look like work to others, but it's a game to me. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is my friend Juozas. He's a sports basketball analyst, one of the best basketball analysts in Europe.
I watch some NBA games, but I watch more EuroLeague than NBA.
Wait, did one of the best NBA players just admit that EuroLeague has a better regular season product?
But the question that I wanted to ask, obviously, you're still playing basketball, right, in Lithuania, and now you're balancing that side of basketball analytics and basketball. How did you know that this is the direction, for example, after basketball, this is the direction that you want to go in?
For me, it was mainly because last couple of years I understood that these thoughts about the basketball after are taking over, and it was a sign for me that some changes were needed to be made. And as these thoughts grew in my head, the amount of those thoughts grew in my head, I simply knew that the change is inevitable, the time has come, and this is the right moment to do exactly so.
Was it a hard transition, would you say, or was it like a hard transition to kind of, move on from basketball? Because you've been playing basketball for a long time, just like me.
Yeah.
And that's for me, that's one of the goals right now too, is to find in a way my next basketball, which I feel like I have done so.
I would say so.
Yeah, but I think that's the hardest. Like, what would you say for people who are working in a job, because you never know what can happen at any certain point. And
True.
The thing is like you want to have, I think humans are multi-dimensional, so you want to have something else that you're just as passionate, or find something that you love doing outside of what you do. like, what would be your advice to people? Maybe how to do that, how to find that next thing that you love doing?
That's a great question, to be honest, but I think sometimes when you're doing something, you start to be bored at one thing after a certain amount of time. And then this, let's say, boredom starts bringing in creativity, starts bringing in thoughts that are going to change your thinking. So I think you kind of need you can't really be working or doing something all the time. You need to be bored as well to really understand, maybe spark creativity in your head. And then you understand during these times of boredom, you understand what you really want to do, what you really want to try, maybe new things. And I think that is also really important, because if you're all the time, working, doing something, there is no time left to think about anything else. You're just living, going with the flow and not changing anything. It's good sometimes to be bored, in my opinion. And that was when I look back right now in Italy. Sometimes I was bored and I understood, okay, I need something else. I need to start something new. So that would be my answer to this question.
That's beautiful. Like, for example, for Augustus, like the whole analytics, like that's a game to him, There's so many things, and I think that's the most important thing is to have multiple games in life, that we could play, that brings us joy, that brings us financial stability, because it's there. We just have to find it.
You're born with a gift. If not that, then you get good at something along the way. And what you're good at, you don't take for granted. You don't betray it.
What if you do betray your gift?
And you betray yourself. It's a sad thing.
I think that's the most important part that we need to learn, because we're so taught that like money is the most important thing, or like we have to find a job that pays financially. And yes, that's true, but I think the part that we're sometimes missing is that when you find something that you love, it pays in so much more than just money. And that's like, to me, like that's the important part.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living.
So what's next? That's what I've been kind of asking myself. What is the next basketball for me? What is the next thing that I enjoy doing? What's the next game that I enjoy playing just as much as I love basketball? And for me, it's actually very simple. It's a few things. The first one is definitely self-growth and self-improvement. I definitely want to, learn more about myself. And as I do that, I want to educate others, other people who are interested in that. I want to share that stuff. So that's something that I definitely want to get into. And that's something along the lines of life coaching. The next thing is it's definitely video making. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy the whole cinematography, videography aspect. So, I actually have a few games that I would love to continue to do outside of basketball. Juozas just came in for the weekend just to visit. He's back in Lithuania, obviously living. I'm still in Spezia. One of the reasons I decided to come here was because of this guy. So I appreciate this very much, brother. Let me ask you, if your job, if you had to pick something right now, what would your game be? What would be that game that you love playing? What would that look like for
What
you?
you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?